welcome back to my channel. This is Perfection Art by Tracy, and I'm Tracy. So I have a big variety of tools today. Can you guess what I'm going to be doing? A big commission ninja swipe. So I have the infamous Mack Swiper by Mack. I have a what is this, like a sauce baster with soft silicone little bristles. I've got two different hair combs. I've got a back scratcher. I even have a fly swatter. It is new and has not got any critter guts on it. I've got this contraption. I was trying to find something. I know when Sarah does her ninja swipes, she uses the like the handle of a Swiffer, and I didn't have one, but that was like the closest thing I could find. And then I've got my cute little piggy spatula. So we're gonna see. This is a commission piece actually for my brother-in-law, and my canvas is a 24 by 30 Artist Loft gallery wrapped. Of course, I already got the back taped, pinned, and sprayed, so it's good and tight. I have a huge variety of colors. He wants this sort of with a lot of reds, but just that like field of wildflowers. Ninja swipes are probably one of my most favorite techniques to do, but I will be honest, I've never done one this big. I personally think it's going to be fun, because you can just really fling the paint, and it's those flings that cause all those really pretty spirals and swirls. And most of the time when I fling, those things are what fling off of the canvas. So I'm excited to see how this works out. My colors, like I said, I've got a bunch of them. I don't know if I will use all of them. And most of them are custom made, so I'm going to do my best as I pour them to kind of tell you what they are. If I'm not exact, it'll at least give you a general idea of what they are. And then for my base coat, I mixed together, it's a little bit of satin enamel in here, but I used, instead of using the Amsterdam titanium white, I've gotten to where I love the Arteza titanium white. I was just telling my husband, if you hear like an adding machine or a printer, things like that, possibly some cuss words. If you hear that in the background, we're sharing my studio today. He's working from home, so I'm praying that I don't fling paint on the back of his head, because he's only about 5 feet in that direction. But this Arteza titanium white, I don't know how to explain it. It's the most beautiful white that I've ever seen. It almost looks pearlized, but it's not. It's just the silkiest, creamiest, prettiest white. It just definitely looks different than the Artist Loft soft body or the Amsterdam titanium white. So, and then all of my colors are mixed with mix pour. I still have about a bottle and a half, so I'm using it sparingly. And then my base coat is mixed probably 3 to 1, 3 parts Floetrol to 1 part Arteza, and then maybe 2 big hefty teaspoons of satin enamel. And then I did put a little bit of Liquitex Gloss Medium and a little bit of GAC 800. I did go ahead and paint my edges with the titanium white. And I think what I want to do, I was actually going to do my, I'm still calling it my unveil technique, where you paint your base coat a certain color or pattern, let it dry, and then you pour the secret sauce, is what I was calling it, on top to work as a base coat, but it dries clear. But time restraints, I don't have time to wait for something to dry and then do a phase 2. So I think what I'm going to do, because with this being such a large canvas and there being so much negative space with the Ninja Swipe, I didn't want that just all solid white. So I have 2 big 16-ounce cups of that Arteza titanium white, and I do have a third one just in case. But I had this leftover soft light gray. There's probably 3 or 4 different grays mixed in here, and it's very, very fluid. I think I'm just going to dirty pour a little bit of this into my base coat and then just pour it on the canvas just to get a few little areas of depth with the gray and the white blending. My brother-in-law's walls are gray, so I don't want to use a solid gray. We'll see. If it doesn't work out, I'll be scraping. We'll nix this part of the video, and you'll just see me put down a white base. So we're going to get started. And also, I appreciate everybody in my last video when I asked if you guys like for me talking or putting you to music. It was almost unanimous. Everybody said they liked when we talk to kind of explain our process. So if my voice gets on your nerves, you can mute me at this point. But if you want to hear what I'm doing, then just keep watching and we'll do this together. There may be times that I am a little quiet and it's just because I'm concentrating, but I'm still here. So like I said, I'm going to just pour some of this from up high. And it's all right if it does drip on this canvas because it is all going to be covered. I don't want to put too much. So this is I think a 2-ounce cup, and I used maybe 3/4 of it. And then I am just going to go like a little X just to kind of blend that up a little bit. All right. And I'm pouring from my new pouring table. So hopefully this all works out. All right. So I'm just going to start putting down my base coat a little bit. And if I need to blow this a little bit with the hair dryer to blend it in a little bit, I can do that. I'm still working on giving you guys a new studio tour. Like I said, it's not, does your studio ever get completely organized and clean though? I swear one time I'll think, okay, we're getting there, and I'll start like with the camera filming coming in the door, and I look through the viewfinder or whatever it is, and it's like, oh my gosh, it still looks like a big hot mess. So, but trust me when I say it is so much better than it was, just this table alone. So I'm hoping in the next week or so I will get you guys a studio tour. All right, I did my calculations on how much paint I need, and it says roughly 28 ounces. And I had 32 in those cups, but it's not looking like I'm going to have enough, so that's why I always mix up more than it says you need. But we're going to kind of push this out. Like I said, I may use the hair dryer a little bit because I don't want it, I just want it very subtle. There may be times that y'all can't quite see, but I'm just moving the paint around a little bit. Yeah. I'm going to do that. I'm going to blow this a little bit. And thankfully, due to new organization, I have my hair dryers close at hand. Oh my goodness, this is so pretty, just like it is. I want to leave it just like that. Ta-da! I'm all done. Take a quick peek, honey. Look how pretty this is. He said, wow, as he tiptoes. The only bad thing is, with this being thicker paints and using the blow dryer like that, it created a ton of air bubbles. So, and I think I'm just about out of butane in this one, but thankfully I found a Urban Creator knockoff. It is identical on eBay, and I ordered 3 of them. So I have a backup. There we go. It's got some oomph behind it. All right, I'm just going to pop all these air bubbles. My goodness. And you still want a good amount of paint on your canvas for a ninja swipe, because you are going to be tilting off some, and it just helps those paints flow. It's so funny because a Dutch pour is still my most challenging technique, and I have sworn that I'm going to conquer it this year. If I was trying to do a Dutch pour, I would have never gotten something this pretty. All right, I'm just going to touch up my edges really, really quick. What I may do real quick is pause you guys, because y'all don't want to see this part. And I'll be right back. I still cannot get over how pretty this is. I really don't want to mess it up. I want to leave it just like this. But that's not what the client has asked for. So, all right, we're just going to go for it. So, I do want a little bit of green in this, and this green is a combination of Deco Art Jadeite and Deco Art Peridot. And can y'all see my consistencies? They're not thick, but they leave a little mound and then quickly disappear. So I'm going to put a little puddle of green right there. Like I said, green has a tendency to take over, and I definitely do not want that to happen. This is Blick's Payne's Gray. It's a really, really pretty Payne's Gray. Might be too close to the side, but I'm hoping to get at least 3 puddles. All right, and then we're going to do a little bit of 24 karat gold. Can y'all see me? I hope you can see me. I'll try to zoom in too when I'm editing. And this one is Amsterdam's Titanium Buff. All right, and then this is a really pretty blue, but it's mainly table scrapes, but the table scrapes were mainly Prussian blue and white, so it made like a really, really pretty slate blue. All right, and then I'm going to put a little bit of silver. I'm going to have to put a pretty good amount of paint because I have a lot of canvas to cover. And this is Artesa's Bordeaux Red. And then I'm going to put just a little bit of the Folk Art Fire Opal. And a little tiny bit more 24 karat gold on top of that. And then a little bit more, let's see, I think I want to go with the Blick Payne's Gray. And then this is a red, but I have no idea what red it is, but it's a very warm red. So I'm going to put a little bit of that. Oh, that's pretty. Okay, and then, do I want to stop there? Let's do a little silver. Okay, and then I'm going to finish off with that table scrape blue. All right, let's see what this does. Give a quick torch. I don't want to mess that up. I'm going to start with my Mack swiper. My big light is right here at my elbow. So, all right, you ready? Okay, got to give it more oomph than that, that's for sure. There we go. See, this was a smaller canvas. All that twisties and swirls, that would have been lost. Oh my gosh, the cells that I'm getting right here are beautiful. All right. I just want to play. With this being on the corner, if it doesn't work out, I can always scrape this part off. But I'm going to use the handle of a fly swatter. Let's just see what it does. I mean, everybody has a fly swatter sitting around, right? So that made it pop up in the air and plop back down, but it made some really pretty pieces. Gosh, these cells right here are gorgeous. All right, that was fun, but I'm not sure that's what I want to use. Let's try a comb. Okay. Nah, don't like the comb. Let's try my little piggy. It's the cutest little piggy. I don't need many more from this one. I just wanted to try different. Yeah, that worked good. Oh yeah, piggy works good. Yeah. All right, that's enough for this one. So I'm gonna do another torch. And I'm glad my green did not take over, but I am going to put a little bit right here because I did go down to the canvas a little bit, which is fine. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and tilt this so it can set in place before I do my other ones. Oh, it's a big canvas with my short little arms. Okay. It's really pretty. All right. So far, so good. Let me get these bubbles up here. All right, I'm going to do kind of another big one right here and see if I'm going to need one in the middle. I like doing things in odd numbers. All right, so I'm going to start with that green again. And a little bit of Payne's Gray. And I think I'm going to put the red closer to the bottom because even though he wants red, I don't want the red taking over. So this is the Fire Opal, Bordeaux red, 24 karat gold. Table scrape blue. Wonder how many people have table scrape blue in their repertoire. All right, and then the titanium buff. And I'm actually going to add a little bit of yellow. I think this is Naples yellow, I think. It's just a really pretty buttery yellow. And then, what do I want to put on top of yellow? Let's do a little bit more gold. And I'm going to do that bright red. This might be called actually brilliant red. I'm not sure. It's just one that I had. A little bit of silver. And then I have this mixed up, which is actually, as my oldest son used to say when he was a little boy, well, actually, this is, I don't even know how cheap this paint is. I swear I think it's called Got a Deal, but it's called Pearl Black. And it's just such a pretty, pretty color. See if I can show you without dripping over everything. But it kind of reminds me a little bit of graphite. So I'm going to put a little bit of that. Because again, his colors in his house are jewel tones, but he does have a lot of like reds and blacks. Excuse me. What do I want to finish with? All right, I'm going to finish with a little bit of Payne's gray on top of that dark. Normally I try to do dark light, but let's just see. All right, we're going to start with our little piggy again. Here we go. Cover your head, honey. Oh, that one missed the canvas. He just looked over his shoulder at me. Looks like a hot mess right now, doesn't it? Oh, I totally missed the canvas on that one. It's way over there. It's all right. Gosh, these cells that are popping up are gorgeous, though. And that one's pretty. All right. Okay. Again, I went a little bit down to the canvas. I'm going to put some more green. That just hit my corner. And a little bit of Payne's gray. All right, and we'll tilt this one back. Actually, let me torch first. Definitely get a lot of air bubbles. And why is it? As pretty as this is, I mean, it's really, really pretty. But why is it everything that hits the table is always the prettiest? All right, I'm going to tilt this back. Hopefully I'm not going to lose all those cells. Okay, that one's really, really, really pretty. Now, the question is, do I want a little one in the middle? I think I do, because I'm not crazy about this right here or this one. So, do I want to scrape that? I don't think I do. I think I'm going to do a little one right here. And hopefully it helps cover these up or changes them, because I'm just not crazy about that big bold area right there. And I'm not crazy about the colors here. I love all of that. And again, I know right now it looks like a hot mess, but the fun comes in all the fine details. So I'm going to put a little one right there. So just like before, I'm going to start with the green. And again, this one won't be really big. And I'm going to add a little bit of that yellow on top of the green. And a little bit of the titanium buff. I think what I will do, just so this video isn't ridiculously long, when I get to doing all of the little detail work, I will set you guys to some music and probably speed you up a little bit, because there's not a lot of explanation in that part. It's just kind of watching and seeing what somebody does. Just a little bit of the Bordeaux. And then I'm going to put Payne's Gray on top of that. And then Table Scrape Blue. Okay. A little bit of the light silver. I don't really see that showing up too many places yet. And then I'm going to finish it with that bright red. Okay. And that should be enough for that. All right, I'm going to stick with Piggy. Piggy's been doing good for me. All right. I'm going to try to go up that way a little bit. And then again, I want to cover this. So, oh, that was so pretty right there. Oh my goodness. That's my favorite one. I'm going to go over this way. Yeah. Yeah, this is pretty. I'm glad I did this. All right. Okay. I'm going to tilt this one back. Okay. All right. I'm going to give it one more good torch. And then, like I said, I think I'm going to put you guys to some music. And I'm going to take my smack stick and start doing all the fun little details. And I like the little dots that it flips, but I may just take my finger, and if you barely touch the paint and pull your finger up, it pretty much takes those away. I'll leave some because I like that. It's like, to me, with this looking like a field of wildflowers, it's sort of like the little petals from wildflowers kind of blowing in the wind. So I don't want to take all of them off, but some of them that don't really have any rhyme or reason or make sense. Like I said, just touch your finger to them and they miraculously disappear. Okay, all right, put you guys some music. I'm going to get to playing and I'll check back with you at the very end. Enjoy.
You've got me questioning my position. Am I just filling out? Taking space, not with as much grace. Am I a second choice of all the not Rolls Royce? Dresses and lace help me now. Oh, up to you to choose. Replica or not, my game is as strong. Flowers at the market, let her have her shot. I call it respect, one woman to another, but we all work hard to be our best. Replica or not. Oh, make no mistake, I know my worth, but it's this game chase thirst. Not hers, not mine, or even his. We are prisoners in this. Time and time again, we are.
Y'all, oh my goodness. I love this piece. It is absolutely gorgeous. Oh, I just came back up the stairs. I'm out of breath. And my papa's playing with his squeaky. Sorry about that. Anyway, I normally try to clean up my table to give y'all the wet results, but this is going to make some of the prettiest skins. And if you know, I'm making jewelry. So, especially these swirls that I missed. So I'm going to let it dry. So I just have to look at the painting. But look at all this. The colors, the details, nothing muddied, which I was a little nervous. Look at these cells still. Oh, so cool. And you can get cells doing a ninja swipe. It's super cool. I played for a very long time. I just told my husband, I was like, holy cow, that first video is like an hour and a half long. So I'm going to try to edit it down. I'm stretching so y'all can see. Look at that swirl. It's so cool. And I took the, focus. I took a straw and did some like little flower pops just on the some of the ends that I wasn't crazy about. I really, really like that. There's just so much to look at, so much to see in this. But I absolutely love it. Look at this little flower. It's so pretty. I love it. I hope so much that my brother-in-law loves it. I will insert some photos of some of his other art in his house, just to kind of give you an idea of the colors. But like I said, he wanted this dominantly red. It's so big, it's hard for me to get up there close without falling in it. Look at this one. That's so cool. And that background worked out perfect. It was just enough to keep it from being a solid white background. So pretty. But I may have to do another painting and just leave it the way it was, because that was gorgeous. Oh, look at all this. I just love it. Love it, love it. And then I took the, let's see, where is it? Right there. I took the gold and just did some little dots, and of course they expanded, but they got these, come on, focus, like little, I don't know, they're not fractals, but like little teeny tiny cells in the middle of it. Super cool. Anyway, I hope you guys love it as much as I do. I pray that my brother-in-law loves it, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Hopefully I can edit this and it's not ridiculously long. I don't have my glasses on either right now, so I can't tell if this is focusing or not. So hopefully it is. But I think next I want to just do a pour that I love doing. So it'll either be a galaxy pour or a straight pour, so stick around and watch out for that video. And if you haven't already subscribed, please consider subscribing to my channel. Takes you 2 seconds and it's free to you. So hit that subscribe button, hit the bell so you will be notified of future videos. Give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment. What do you think about this big ninja swipe? So, and thank you all, as always, to Sarah Mack for teaching me how to do it. I hope I've made her proud. So I love you guys, and as always, until next time, bye friends.